I think it's interesting to look at personal goals like you do with a black belt. So that the main aim is to go to space, and that's the black belt. But in order to go to space, you've got to get all your different other colours to get there. So for me, I want to create a swallowable perfume, I want to build a future day spa, I want to direct a feature film, and then I want to go to space. So I guess I've got to be really disciplined in order to get there. My name is Lucy McRae. I'm a science fiction artist, filmmaker and body architect. So as a science fiction artist, part of what I do is tell speculative stories. I collaborate with scientists, synthetic biologists, take their expertise and knowledge and really try and imagine how scientific progress will affect health and the human body. I was born in London and grew up in Australia, in Melbourne, and as a kid was an avid ballet dancer. And when I wasn't at the ballet bar, I was running 100-metre hurdles. So the body has been central to me and my work from a very young age. For example, I created a swallowable perfume, which was exploring how we will be able to reprogram our own biology in the future away from disease, some say away from ageing. Make Your Maker was particularly interested in genetic engineering. Could you recreate the body, reclone the body like a chef would make a cake? What would you improve and what would you take away? So I start to layer these themes and create a speculative story about how that might manifest in 10 or 15 years' time. When I start a project, I don't have a finite idea of what it's going to look like at the end, and it's through making and working with materials that I get to the end point, proving a concept, wrapping it in science, and then taking it to the next stage. The Future Day Spa was originally designed to prepare the human body for space travel. NASA in the 60s developed a lower body negative pressure device that was used to pump blood to the lower extremities of the body because the heart wasn't strong enough when it was without gravity. We were trying to understand what was happening to their body when they were inside this vacuum and what could we learn from that information. I'm particularly interested in making vulnerable experiences where participants temporarily hand their body over to science and technology. One of the participants during his treatment said that he had no physical contact with any other person. But the first thing that he said was that this felt like an embrace. So it was very interesting feedback that this machine felt like it was hugging him. So I gave him an extra long treatment, and then when he got up out of the bed, he hugged me. And so I don't know how long it had been since he had hugged anybody, but it made me think about how could spa methods like the Future Day Spa be used to naturally trigger oxytocin in the brain to treat autism, social isolation, depression, and change the way that people rehabilitate themselves. The Institute of Isolation started as an investigation into the future of health and medicine, but from a very whimsical and imaginative point of view. Rendering in the background in this project is my wish to go to space, to be an astronaut and experience zero gravity. So the Institute of Isolation is looking at how will our body need to evolve for future scenarios like space travel. How can you take that far future scenario and start to develop the way we might evolve the body? What could that mean to our health and body now? Elon Musk's mission for SpaceX is to create a settlement on Mars. How are we actually going to survive once we get there? Could isolation be considered a future human capacity? I get really excited when thinking about the future. Darwin's theory of human evolution is being quickly surpassed. Now it's around human intent. And even if there are terrifying scenarios, I get excited by them, and I don't know what that is. For some reason, I see it as a possibility, or yeah, it's not scary.